Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Kevin Finn. I'm co-owner of Skanu. Skiff meets Canoe. This is our first model. We've been working on this concept for a couple of years now. If you fish primarily shallow water, you like to sight fish, whether that's in still water lakes, shallow water rivers, or in the flats like Texas, Louisiana, Carolina, and Florida, you know that you can't run a pedal kayak, and you know you can't paddle efficiently if you're truly sight fishing in shallow water. So let's talk about less than 6 inches of water on a negative tide on redfish. This is the Skanu. So it's designed to pole, paddle, power, or row. So you could stand here with a push pole and you pull off the back, and while you're standing here, the nose of the boat is below the water line and the chine is below the water line. What does that mean to you? That means it's quiet and it's stealthy and it's balanced just like a skiff. A molded in rod holder that can hold any rod 10 to 12 feet long. You have trays on either side, so you can do a cliff box if you fly fish, a plano box. If you hunt, you can lay a shotgun in here backwards, obviously barrel going out that way. You can have your dog up front, and this is a modern take on what you guys would call a P-row or sneak boat. But at the end of the day, we got a patent on the side scuppers. So if you're fishing one person, you don't need it. If you want to put two in, you're a father and a son, you want to go out with your dog, put the scuppers in, and you're good to go. MSRP is $2,400. You can get us at skanu.com. So this is, if you and I were fishing right now, I would have push pole clips and I'd have a paddle holder. That's it. Okay. So then what I would do is, let me see your bag. I walk on the nose. I get on, I grab my paddle. Now, I can't pull here because right here it's already 10 feet deep.
All right, here we go, guys. We are going to demo the Skanu. This is a platform that's garnered a lot of attention, especially on the forums. And you want me to sit down and paddle like a kayak?
You can sit down and paddle like a kayak, or stand on that front deck
and just
stand and paddle it like a stand-up paddleboard.
Okay, we'll do both ways.
Thank you, bro.
All right, so we're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna paddle ourselves. I mean, it's a big boat. It weighs 165 pounds, but it's very thick rotomolded plastic. The owner said it's thicker than the traditional kayaks that you see in the market. He said 180 thickness. I'm not too familiar with the manufacturing process of it, but it is pretty thick. I mean, I can tell right off the bat, it's pretty thick. And you can put a trolling motor and you can put a 2.5 horsepower outboard in the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paddle ourselves to the shallows and push pull it, because that's actually what it's designed for. All right, we're gonna stand up now to kind of push pull ourselves towards the shallow. Even though it's still deep here, I just wanna see the stability with it, which is pretty stable because it's a wide, big boat. All right, we are at the shallow areas now. I can see the bottom of the little lake here. So what we're going to do is we're going to push pull ourselves and kind of use it to guide ourselves around, see how it handles. Right off the back, it tracks pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to lie, for a big boat, it tracks pretty good. I mean, it's good balance as is, because if I go in the back right here, it's going to be too heavy in the back and throw off the weight distribution. Right now as is, it's push pulling pretty good in the shallow here. Yeah, definitely, if I was going to get something like this, I mean, push pulling is cool and all, but if you have the opportunity to use a trolling motor, I would definitely get this equipped with a front bow trolling motor and just use that trolling motor to guide me around these structures here, fish the shallows, what we do up there in Texas. Stability takes a little bit getting used to. I wouldn't say it's super stable, say like some of the kayak models out there that I'm used to, but it is on par, I guess, with some of them. But you would expect something this big and this heavy would be a little bit more stable, but perhaps I just need to get used to it and get my sea legs. So like the gentleman said, it's designed for skinny water, oyster flats, mud flats, saltwater inshore fishing, redfish, flounder, speckled trout, and it does the job. I mean, no doubt. I mean, it can get skinny. He says 6 inches of water draft naked. Perhaps once you start adding all your gear and stuff, that's going to decrease to maybe 8 to maybe 9-10 inches, depending on how much gear you have and how much you weigh. But trackability, it tracks pretty darn straight. I have no skeg on it or no rudder. I'm just using the bow to just push me through straight. and it's doing its job. But yeah, we are protected from the wind too, so that's something you need to consider too. But other than that, I mean, it does its job what it's designed for. There are scupper plugs that he does provide, so it prevents the water from coming out. I mean, that'd be a big help, especially in wintertime when the water is cold. You don't want to get your feet wet. But it's summer and the water feels pretty good, so I don't mind it. Buying it naked, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably outfit it with a trolling motor, 2.5 motor in the back, rod holders, the whole 9 yards if I was going to go this route. But as is, for a big platform to be push pulling by itself naked, I think there are kayaks that might be better to doing that, say like something that Hobie has. But if this is something that you want to add a motor to, or a trolling motor, outboard motor, and just have enough room for 2 people comfortably, this is something you might want to look at. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.